on this computer. Golly, I'm glad I have a backup computer. Wow, saved my life tonight. Okay, so here we go. We want to say hello to everybody out there in Jaffa land. And this is the Hive, and we're live tonight. And I'm so glad that Carol's here, and Chris is here, and Deb's here, and Kendall. Hi, Kendall. Haven't seen you for a while. And Maria's here, and Marilyn Blacker's here, and Anita's here, and Wileen's here. And I've got my co-hosts, Daryl and Tucky. And I'm so glad Sylvia Pine, so glad San Diego, glad you're here. And Talia, I'm so glad you're here. And hi, Teresa, one of my best friends. Well, I have to say my best friend in Ogden, but Teresa is my sidekick. So I'll be going home to Arizona, from Arizona to Utah, and we'll be doing the Hive in May. And Teresa is someone that really helps me with my Jaffa business. So we are going to talk tonight. And the first thing that I want to do is I got a little bit of a rough start. And I was going to have Jackie Ells on, but guess what, guys? She's going to come on the last Monday in March. Okay, and she's going to share some of her makeup tips. So you're stuck with me tonight. Okay, I got lots of things here to talk to you about, and I'm so glad that you could be with me. And I'm Vickie Hacking. I've been with Jafra 59 years. Next year is going to be my diamond year. Okay, and I really and truly have been through every president of Jafra, including Jan Day. She was the one that I joined Jafra under. Okay, so I still have her phone number memorized, 456-2342, 213-456-2342. That was Jan Day's phone number. So the fact that that I have 59 years ago still memorized Jan's phone number tells you that I think I called it a lot. Okay, and it was just great to be under Jan and Frank and go to their home. They had us to their home a lot, and they would always have parties and dinners and all kinds of things. Jan loved to she loved to entertain because she had a maid, right? She had Domi. I can still remember her name, and she fixed all this fabulous Mexican food. And so we would go and have a wonderful, wonderful time with Jan and Frank in their home. And one fun story, and she's not here to hear me tell it because she would hate it if I told this story and she was listening. Lumen Holland, who has been with Jafra as long as I have. I think I'm a little bit longer, but maybe not, but pretty much close. Anyways, we were all at this wonderful party, and she and her husband were out by the pool and the umbrellas and, all that going. Her husband got he drank a little bit too much that night, and he literally jumped in the pool with his clothes on. And Lou was absolutely shocked. It was like, because everything she did, she's a Southern girl, so everything had to be perfect. She dressed perfect, everything had to be just perfect. And her husband jumped in the pool with all his clothes on. Okay, that's just a little trivia. And I'm looking down here and Helen Wells, she probably might have been, I don't know, Helen, if you were in that time or not, but it was really more funny to watch Lou, her reaction to what her husband did than anything. So anyways, that's a little trivia story for tonight. All right, so we're glad you're here. Our Facebook friends are here. And so what I wanted to do was and for those of you that did your reels from last week, we will have our drawing tonight for a $15 Amazon gift certificate. So stay on, okay, because we'll do the drawing. But for right now, we're going to talk a little bit about color. So I'm going to go into sharing my screen. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully I can move around. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Let's go back here to Zoom. Let's go back here to, when I pull up my WhatsApp, because that, I was looking at everything that was on WhatsApp. Here's WhatsApp right now. Can you see my screen, Daryl? Here, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So we have here Vickie Hacking's Jafra Team USA. I'd like all of you to join that. Just going to do much of my meeting plus show color tonight from there, because everything that I want to talk about is pretty much there. What I do, okay, this is I go into WhatsApp And I post all the time, and many of you post. I have a wonderful team. I think probably close to 200 leaders, consultants that are on this team. So let's just say you are a consultant tonight and you're getting started in the business, or maybe not getting started, but have been in the business for a while, and you have something urgent that you need to know. You need to know, well, what happened on Jaffra's hub? It's not there anymore, or whatever. Something that is important to you. Well, you would go into my team right here, and you could actually type in that question. And you would have at your fingertips at least 25 or 20 people that happen to be on it at the same time, and one of them knows the answer to your question. Don't you think that as a resource library that's pretty valuable? I do. And so that's why I would encourage you to join WhatsApp. I'll put in there in a minute what the invitation link is if you aren't already a member. But this is such a great place for you to find out answers. Or if you have, you need something, you want to know how to do something like a tabletop or something like that, and you say, well, I don't know how to do that. You go into this wonderful resource. And or if you find out something that's missing, or something that Jaffra did that you want to make sure that everybody is aware of, something's maybe in a different place or a different code number or something, you could put it in there. Somebody that's very active on my WhatsApp team is Wileen. Wileen is like a co-host. I really should call her a co-host because she's always there for me. But I'm going to tell you, Wileen's very active in doing reels. And that's what we had our meeting on last week. So I just want you to take a look right now. We've got one that she just put in. I'm going to play several of them because they're on makeup, that she always is doing makeup. She's the lip stain queen. She's the queen of lip stains. So let's say that you happen to go in there and you would like to know what Wileen has done. Well, what has Wileen done? Well, what you will do, let me move this over here. Let me just show you how this works. You would go up here to this little arrow, and you would click on that arrow, and then you would click on group information, okay? Now, when you do group information, okay, you're gonna go in here and you're gonna see media, links, and docs, okay? And this is
Vickie,
through.
Vickie, I don't think we could, you're frozen, the screen, I think you need to refresh your screen.
Okay, let me refresh
your screen.
it. Okay, so let me go in here to Zoom, and let me go back to the meeting. Okay, hold on, back to meeting. What does it says I'm there? Stop the share, and then let's do start the share again. Okay, keep me on track. Thank you, Darely, very much. So here we go. We're going to share the screen. Go back here. So here I am. Now, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so what I did is I went into that little arrow, and right here, it's actually going to take me through everything. You could just scan through this. And this is something I want to show you tonight too. Got quite a few things that I want to show you tonight, but right now you can go in here and you can actually go through. This is, by the way, get your camera out. Right there is join my Facebook group. See the VIP team? So let's just say you see something, oh, I need that picture. Okay, and I need it right now to put it into the chat. So I will do a little screenshot. Okay, watch this. This is how I do a little, I don't know how you do it on your computer, but mine. Okay, so that's a screenshot. And that one I can pull out for all of you tonight so that you all have that. But if you want to, get your phone out and take a picture of that, and you can actually join my Facebook group. Okay, but here we go. Just everything that you need to know. There's just so many things that are in here. And so I'm just showing you where you go to find those things. So now I'm going to go back here to my Facebook group, and hopefully I don't get frozen again. Okay, let's go over here to, here we go, back over here to Vickie Hacking's group. Now I want to pull up Wileen's, which we were going to talk about. We're going to talk about a lot of these things, but right now I've got Wileen, and she's going to talk to you about your eyebrows. Okay, now this is something that she did, and she did it kind of like a reel, or she did it, and she always puts everything that she does here on our our group. And I loved what she did and what she trained you on. So here we go. And then I'll take over from there. Here we go. I know she's not gonna, I gotta turn the sound on. Right over here, there's a place where there we go.
Of a brow product.
Let's start over again. Here we go.
The video's not playing, Vickie.
Okay, let's go over here. How's it doing now, Tucky? Is it playing? No? Turn up the volume.
Your brows, sometimes we get.
No,
We just hear sound, but no video.
And
No video.
that also helps us to
No
get-
video.
It's not playing. It just shows her that it's not playing.
Okay, let's try it again. Let's see if we can do it.
I could hear it.
Now, and then the other side is just
How's
an
that?
auto pencil where you just turn.
We
it
can hear
down,
it, but you can't see
sharpen
it. You can't see what she's
So-
doing.
Now, do you know how to measure your brows? The inside should begin from the corner of the eye, corner of the nose. And that's where it starts. I made a little mark there. Then the end of the
Okay, I'm
brow
gonna
should
go
be from
back
the corner of the
in.
nose to the corner of the eye. So I'm gonna make a little pencil there, mark there too. Now, I haven't got much hair from here on, and I'm 70 and I'm starting to get these coarse gray hairs and they
Well,
gotta
Eileen,
go.
I don't know if
So
I'm going to be
I
able to
don't
do this
waxing
tonight or
any
not,
longer
so I'll
because
come
that
back to it.
thins that
Okay, it's
tissue,
really a good video.
and
I'll
the
put it
older we
on
get, the
for all of you to
creepier and
watch
the
later.
saggier we
Apparently,
get.
it's
So I
not.
just use,
doing
I've
it.
got really nice
So-
tweezers. Now, I start with the tail first. So I'll
Because I want you to be able to see it. Okay?
It's a really good video.
It's a really good video, but Eileen, I don't know why it's not playing on WhatsApp, but apparently Zoom doesn't like it. But there it is right there. So I want you all to watch that.
Would it work if you clicked on the arrow?
I did.
Oh, you
Let's
clicked
try
on
it
the
right
arrow?
now. Let's try it. Can you see it?
No,
One more time.
You're not screen sharing yet.
well, I hope we didn't lose her.
No, I'm here.
Okay, because your
I'm here.
screen
Hold
is
on,
blocked.
hold on. I'm just trying to get it. I'm going to try it one more time.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. Okay. now
Yes,
let me
but
turn
you've
it
got to
up.
see the sound.
I've got it up as loud as I can. Now I've got to go over here and find it. Here we go.
To comb out your brows.
I'll start it
Sometimes
one more time. How's that
have
doing?
a brow
Perfect.
Oh,
that has just been a game changer for me. One
Mhm.
is a
let me
spoolie,
make it bigger.
just to comb out your brows. Sometimes we get little flakes in our brows, but then that also helps us to get our brow product on smoothly. Now, and then the other side is just an auto pencil where you just turn it up and down. You don't have to sharpen it. So now, do you know how to measure your brows? The inside should begin from the corner of the eye, corner of the nose, and that's where it starts. I made a little mark there. Then the end of the brow should be from the corner of the nose to the corner of the eye. So I'm going to make a little pencil there, mark there too. Now, I haven't got much hair from here on, and I'm 70 and I'm starting to get these coarse gray hairs and they gotta go. So I don't do waxing any longer because that thins that tissue, and the older we get, the crepier and the saggier we get. So I just use, I've got really nice tweezers. Now, I start with the tail first. So I'll go from here and go to where that little dot was. Make little feathery marks. You don't want just one solid straight line. Now, for those of you who don't do anything with your brows, you should, because even if you wear glasses, the brows are like the frame of a picture. Those are going to frame your face and give your eyes some dimension. Then I will do where I left that little mark, I just make little marks going upward, like so, and then just fill in little bitty strokes. See the difference there? Now, we also have in our brush products, we have what's called a spoolie. There again, it has a little brush on the end, but it also has a little, what I call a little broom brush, an angled brush. And then you can go over that and smooth those lines out.
We got someone
Now, with our
noise in the
pencils, we have
background.
different colors. We have a soft black for those of you who have darker hair. I use the warm brunette. We also have a soft blonde for those of you who have a lighter complexion, don't want to have a lot of color. And then we also have a cool brunette that has a little bit more of your gray tone in it. So anyway, don't be afraid of your brows. And this is an awesome product. I know that it's going to be on sale in my March brochure. So when March 1st pops up, go to my website, jafra.com/Wylene, W-Y-L-E-N-E, Dunlap, and take a look. And if I can help you, if you're interested, contact me first, because I can probably save you some shipping rather than you ordering it out of my website. So I hope you found some value in this. Have a lovely day. Boy, it's...
Okay, let's see if I can end it. There you go. So that kind of like lets you see what Wylene does. She's really a master at doing this kind of, so I'm going to stop the share and come back to you. So you guys, you could do this. It's like, I know that I did one this week. I've been doing a couple of them. I'm getting more and more courage. So what I would do, I love what she had to train about the brows and where you should place it. I want to say this about brows. Brows will give you a facelift. I don't know if you remember, but Oprah did a whole thing on brows, and a company they became multi-million-dollar company with brow shops all over the place because Oprah showed what happens when you do your brows. This little place right here, in fact, let's see, I think I brought, yeah, here we go, a little clippy right here so that I can clip this back. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about, this is my favorite little brush, okay? Can you see it right here? Jafra has them, but if you don't, you gotta have a little brush like this, okay? So for me, I'm gonna show you my way of doing brows. And I love the way Wylene does it. I love that little spool thing, but for me, this is my go-to, okay? And I love Jafra's new eyeshadow, these ones right here, you know, and I couldn't do it without the spray, the setting spray. So what I do is I take the setting spray and I wet this fun little brush, okay? Then I put it into, it's a darker, it's got the darker, okay, if you can see that. Okay, I may have to take I'll maybe do that, but let's see how this works. But what I'm gonna do is I have a method that's called ... and I've taught it for years. So what I like to do is I like to go into my brow and do a ... okay? In fact, I brought a mirror here just in case I might need to be able to look into a mirror up close. Okay, so watch me do it. Here we go. I don't know, I can't do it by looking in, but it's a ... And what I do is I do this ... That way, this is for older women, okay? Because they aren't steady a lot of times to do that. And I like to start right about here. So I do my ... And then you want to make sure you extend that so that you've got an arch right there, because that is going to give you the facelift right here. This literally is going to lift your brow up. It's going to lift your face up, okay? But that's my ... method. Now let me tell you another way to use the ... Again, you're going to wet your brush. I like to wet my brush, and then I go in to the palette. And then the next thing I want to do, this is easier to do than the brow, but we're going to do dot, 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 dot. And when you're working with women, older, more mature women, don't like, let's just say more mature, you can teach them how to do this dot, dot, dot. And when they do the dot, 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 they don't make mistakes. But if they go in and try to just extend that underneath section like this, they could get into trouble, okay? Because our hands aren't as steady as we would like them to be. So again, I like to do the dot, 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 dot. And then if you want to do the top, and I just did my neighbor's her eyes today, and we did it with pencil, okay? So this is my favorite way to do it though, is with this little magic brush. And again, the dot, 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 dot. Lining the eye, I couldn't believe, I did one eye, and then I let her look. And I said, look at the difference. She didn't have anything on the other eye. It just made her eyes pop. And then she put her glasses on and her eyes just popped. It doesn't take much to show somebody how to line an eye. So that's just one way, the dot, dot, dot. You guys try it, you see for yourself. It just helps you. And you keep going over it with dot, 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 until you fill it in. But most people are gonna go in and try to do a and you gotta be a Jackie Elves to do that, to go like that and do it just right. But if you do the dot, 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 I gotta do a reel on this, don't I? I gotta do a reel on the dot, dot, dot. Okay, I did the toothbrush one. Now I got to do my dot, dot, dot method. All right, now, second thing.
Question.
Yeah.
Okay, did you by chance see my reel that I did on the liner?
No, I haven't, but it's here. We can do
Okay.
it a little bit later.
Because,
I wanted to talk about liner, but go ahead, yeah.
well, I agree with you. Our eyes are so creepy
Yeah,
that you can't do a straight line. But what I learned a long time ago, I mean, years ago, probably when I was first learning as a consultant, was to take the corner rounded end of your makeup brush and just go back and forth across that and smudge it out.
yeah, you
And
can do that, and we have the little things. But you know what, Wileen? I'm going to tell you, this dot, dot, dot with anything
Yeah.
works better for me.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
I've
I
tried
work
that.
with the more mature women, the dot,
Yeah.
dot, dot. It's
Yeah.
kind of like you can't make mistakes because you can see what you're doing. But if you start going anywhere like this or even smudging, you get into trouble. So
Yeah.
the next thing is a pencil. So after you do your dot dots, and again, I did it with, this is a wet and dry. And I love it. I love doing my brows with it, wet and dry. And, and I do it the same way. And I love this magic. I don't know if they have them anymore, but this one here really works well for me with the dot, 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 and then the dot, dot, dot. Now, once I've got this on, then I go to the pencil and do what Wileen does. And now I can't make too many mistakes because my dot, dot, dot's on there and I've done it right and I can follow that line. So now the next thing you're going to do is take your pencil like this and do the top. And just go right over that dot, dot, dot. Go right over it because you've got that on there. It's really there. And now it's going to give you even more definition. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take, and you could do a lot of different things, but how about something exciting like this? This is a green. My eyes are green, so I love green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take over this and I'm going to do dot, dot, dot. I'm doing little dot, dot, dots, and I got green. And that was really fun to do over. So Jafra has, I don't know if we have any colors anymore, maybe not. But this is a liquid green that Jafra had. And I really quite like it. And I do it after I'm done. Now here's another way. And this is from do we still have this, you guys? The black kajal. Do we still have kajal? I don't know if we do or not. But the kajal is, and I can't see it here. I thought I had everything out, but it comes in a black thing, and it's also another great way to line your eyes. Again, you got to be pretty good to put that kajal on right. But here's a little interesting Here we go. If I can find it, it should be sitting right here. These little, you can get these on Amazon. And they're like really fun little tools. So let's say you make a mistake, you can actually take this, and these are right there on Amazon, and you can correct anything, any smudge. And I really recommend doing this to make sure if you've made any mistake that you've got this cute little tool. And they're really, really inexpensive. So I'll try to remember to do that. Here's the other tool. And this is really good to smudge mascara. You know, like when you mascara and you made a, it's just pretty hard to put that mascara on and not get a little bit up here or whatever. This is a great tool for taking off any little flaws that are there. Okay, now I want to talk about these. Oh, wow. Are these fun to use? Okay, I want you to think about all the ways that we can use these. Okay, somebody come in and tell me, what do we got here? Jafra Beauty, they're on sale, I think, but they're the multi-use pigment. Okay, multi-use color pigment. I don't know how many of you are using them or not, but they're really fun. So
I've used them for lips, blush, and eyes just to show the variety.
I mean, really, you're right, Tucky. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. So the first thing, let's say some of us were doing with the lip stains and we thought they were too dark or whatever. Well, you can get this in the lighter color and you could go right on top of your lip stain and lighten that lip stain. You can. And so that's a thought for working because it does go really well over the lip stain. But I like to use a brush with it. So I will take, I'm looking at my brushes right now. Now, here's a tip again tonight. So I take just a little bit of it, okay? And I will take it, and again, I'm talking about women more mature, is that you can take this and just kind of like, this is what I like to do for me. And I don't use blue or green or any colors. We used to do that. That really dates your makeup. And so a more mature woman should go in and use kind of coral, or I don't want to say pink, but this one here is, these lip stains are great. The pigment, excuse me, I'm saying the wrong thing. But I like to just go right here and do a little, I guess it's a triangle, but as I lift it right there, I always go right for that area right there, and I do a little triangle right there. So it's, could you see that? I'm doing that because I can't see in the thing, but here I got my mirror because that's another thing as you get older, your eyesight. But anyways, right here, it's my triangle. You can see that versus the other doesn't have much of it, but that is more of a natural color. And you don't want to use a blue or a green or anything with pastel colors or violets, or I just think it's best to stay with the neutral tones. And these pigments, every one of them is beautiful for an eyeshadow. So you've got that, and that's my thing right there. I do this little triangle right in here, and then I bring it, and then you can go down in here if you want to, but this pigment is a fabulous, fabulous eyeshadow. Okay, and I like it with a brush. I would never, ever, ever, ever take it and go just like this on my eyes. Okay, now on my cheeks, it's another thing, because on your cheeks, and here you go, you're going to do your cheeks. I like to do, again, the triangle. I got to kind of look this way. I can't look in the Zoom mirror. So, and then now here's my tip on this. You've got it on there, and you could use your fingers to spray it, but I like to use here we go. Oh, wow. The primer. Our new primer is fabulous. So I'll take the primer out. This is after, I put it on like you're supposed to before you put your makeup on. But this primer is great to go in and help you smooth in your color. Look at this. Just take a look. And it just kind of like gives you a really natural, it's hard to do in the mirror, but I'm trying. But oh, it's a beautiful blush. Look at that. And there's that triangle again. the triangle. But look at what that makeup primer does for putting in color. It's also great here. I could actually use this. Again, I've already put it on, but now I'm using it as a blender. And I love the primer because you could put it on over and over and over again. Always do your lips before you put the lip stain on with the primer. But again, the primer gives me a really good blending. Middle of the day, when you want to put your makeup, you want a little refresher, you go for this makeup primer. I mean, we did it right this time. We really did. We kind of got off track and got off course, but this primer is wonderful to work with. Okay, so again, blush, and I haven't got, you should do, Wileen, you need to do one and do the measuring and all of that on that. Okay, another thing we're going to talk about is another one that I love, and I like putting it on with a brush, okay, is this little baby right here. And I like to take the brush to do it, not my fingers, but the brush. And I like doing it here, and oh, it goes on so well with the brush. For a concealer, I'm just really crazy about this, and I like to make sure, and I would have done my eyes before. This is the first thing I put on my eyes, so this eye over here isn't done yet. So let's do this. Let's just put it all over, because I want this whole thing to be a palette for me, okay? And you can just actually see that it just lightens and brightens the whole eye. So this should go on first, right here, after your primer, of course. But I like using it with the brush and then putting it on, okay? So I hope now, what would I do without this powder? And I know I hear people say all the time, oh, Jaffer doesn't have a powder or whatever. What do you mean? We have a powder. We have this fat powder that's, the royal powder is fabulous. Please don't ever take it away from me. Again, brush. And one thing that I like to do is I like to do my brows before I do my brows. Okay, and the powder before the brows. Okay, so here you go. Powder, then the brows. Now for me, again, this is my little tool for right here. I love this little palette right here. So what I do is I take this and open it up. If I'm opening it right, and there we go. Nope, it's not one. Here we go. Now,
Hey, Vicki, can you tell us the names of the things? Because you're saying this and holding it up, but it doesn't tell us the
no,
name.
and I don't know that I know all the names, so help me out. This is the royal powder. This is the white powder, Tucky. It's the royal powder. This is my
The translucent.
translucent. Help me out, guys. Help me out. Translucent powder. Okay. I don't use the applicator, Tucky. I use a brush and a sponge. Okay. Brush. And this, I love the sponge. Okay. So I go like this. So when I'm finishing everything up, like after I'm all done, this powder goes everywhere, eyes everywhere. And then the mascara goes on last because the powder helps the mascara stay on a little better. So here's the brush. And again, these are just from me. I don't know if they're available or whatever. You're going to have to help me, but because I don't know with what Jaffer's got and what Jaffer doesn't have, I'm just giving you my tips. Okay, now this is the brush that I like. Again, I showed you how to do it, but this is the eyeshadow. What is this? This is called, I'm gonna have to put my glasses on because now Tucky wants me to give you the names, the official names. So here we go. Warm Brunette is what I happen to use here. And this is just a Jafra Beauty Brow Powder Duo. Okay, I use it as one. And this,
it has been deleted out of the catalog.
oh, well, thanks a lot. Then you have to follow what Wileen tells you to. Come, no, you know what I will do? If I can't order it again, I will order a brown eyeshadow, or I'll use one of Jafra's, but I like a powder when I'm putting my brows on, and I like to use it with this, and I like to use it wet, and I use the setting spray so that whenever I'm putting anything on, liner or anything, setting spray is what I use to wet the brush. Okay, and I want a thin brush. Okay, let's see if I have any other treats here that I'm doing. Powder is so important to use, and I can use my powder with this, or I can use it with a sponge. And again, I never use, really, I try not to use my hands to blend anything in because we have such wonderful tools. So I try not to, it'd be really easy to take that concealer and go like that. But I think if you will start learning to use brushes, you'll be more masterful at applying your foundation. So again, I even use a brush for these. I know you just think, oh, I'm going to put it on my finger, and you'll be a lot more effective if you use brushes to apply things. I mean, you could even use this little sponge applicator if you wanted to put it on with, but I really wouldn't be using my fingers. That's my advice on that. I like putting everything on with a brush. And then of course, when you're finishing up, you want to be sure that you spray your entire face with the setting spray to finish everything off and have it all set. So you got to do primer. That goes on after you put your creams and everything on, you put the primer on. And then for me, I even use the primer when I'm blending in blush. Okay, sponge, primer. Primer kind of helps it to not stick to the skin when you're blending. Okay, and then I also like to use the pencils. Now remember, powder makes everything stay on better. Now I think you saw my demonstration when I used the powder on one side and I used the other side was no powder, just a cream. Let's just even say the primer. But on both hands, just one hand, you divide the hand in half, and you can go on to my YouTube channel and actually see my back of the hand color. And you can actually see where you can take your hand and go across, and where the powder has been underneath and on top of the liner, it sticks, it stays. So what does that say for your makeup staying on all day long? If you're not using powder under your makeup, your eyeshadow and your liner and all of that, and then finishing with it over on the brows and everything, especially during the summer months, as you start to perspire, your makeup doesn't stay on as well unless you use, and Jafra's translucent powder, the white one, is my favorite because it doesn't show. And again, that's my go-to. So again, powder is very essential for putting on your makeup and having it stay on and having it last all day. So do we have any questions? I think, I love this, the ... with this. Now, this is something that I don't use on a pencil. I mean, what do you call it? A powder, a brush. I don't use a brush with this. I do the ... So this is important. And I really like Jafra's liquid eyeshadow liners. They're fabulous. And again, pencil, then ... or wet with this. But again, if you put on several applications of different things, it's going to last all day. And I don't know about you, but I want my makeup when I do it in the morning to last. And again, why don't you try this over your lip stain to see if it doesn't lighten it a little bit. Have you tried that, Wileen?
No, I haven't.
Vickie,
I've not been real pleased with that particular product, but now that you've given me some suggestions, I'll have to try it. But I don't put
it's a great blush. But
and
again,
did I understand you correctly that you put the primer on your lips before you put on lip stain?
I do. I put primer everywhere.
And that doesn't affect your lip stain?
Not at all.
Really?
My lips are stained. Do you know how much it costs to go to a tattoo artist or whatever and have your lips stained with a tattoo?
Hundreds of dollars, I'm sure.
$400 or $500.
Yeah.
And our lip stain, if you use it faithfully, put it on every day, you'll wake up in the morning. I would never take it off, ever, ever, ever. I like getting up and looking in the mirror and having my lips stained. You know, it's just so nice to have that lip stain working for me all the time. But I do use the primer, and you know, a lot of times I will powder too. And then this here is the finishing touch, of course, over the
Yeah.
lip stain.
Yeah, the oil is amazing.
I just have learned over the years that powder is what makes everything stay on all day. So try some of these techniques and see what you think about them. I wouldn't just put an eye pencil on. That's not going to last. I have several layers on. You know, I like pencil. I love the liquid. You know, I mean, the eyeshadow. I showed you what I do. And I try to do several layers. And again, this might be last, you know. And again, the dot, dot, dot method works for me. And maybe,
That black liquid liner,
oh,
I can see where you would do dots, because I finally had to throw it away because I was getting it all over the place because I was trying to do that.
yeah, well,
So,
let
but
me,
I use the inkwells. I love the inkwells.
yeah, I like the inkwells too.
And that green,
I
love that.
do a lot of things, and that's why I'm just trying to tell you, I layer it a little bit, and
You need to ask corporate to bring that green back because it was
I
amazing.
love that green. We will. We'll ask Mayan if she'll bring that back, because I didn't know if it was available or not. But this here is just a great go-to. Okay, so now let me go back in. Let's see, because I guess what
Vickie, there was a question in the chat asking what color of the multi-pigment you're using.
oh yeah, you got to have this. Night sky. Night sky, love it. And oh, I forgot to tell you. Okay, here we go.
The multi-use pigment, the one you used on your cheeks and your eyes.
Okay. I'm sorry. This night sky is the one I love. And by the way, this has a white. Okay, here we go. I know this is not what but I forgot to tell you what we do with the white. Okay.
And isn't that one on last chance right now for like $7?
It probably is. Oh, I better go get it. I can't live without it. Okay, so see this light one? You always put and Jackie Elves will teach you this. You always put a dot here. Always a dot of white right here. That's white right there. That's from Jackie. There you go. That's how you finish off with that, with the white. And this is really good too if you need to blend anything. It's a good blender. All right, what did you say? What we used? Okay, here we go. Let's go in and see what the color is on this, Tucky. This one here is, oh, I do love these. I had to learn to use them though. Boy, I'll take tinta, color, pigment. Okay, here. Oh boy, am I going to really be able to tell you the color? No, where do you think it is? I have
Just-
both of them.
Just keep turning it over. It'll be, the name will be on it.
Is it the lightest one of all the shades?
Yeah,
Aren't
it's the lightest of all the shades. It
Are
is
there
from here.
shades?
The darkest I would use for blush. The lightest I use for eyeshadow.
Rose gold.
And then, yeah, so I wish I could tell you, but I can't see a name here. Multi-use, tinta decolor, facial, multi-USO. So it doesn't really give, and it does have a number on here, and I probably is, the name is here, but rose something,
Rose gold.
rose gold. That's rose gold. Okay, I can't imagine. Okay, so let's go back, and I hope you enjoyed this. It's just some of my tips. Do we have these sponges? Please tell me we do. No more sponges.
Yes.
Amazon has them. If we don't have them, Amazon has them. And also your little tools here. They have wonderful tools and wonderful spatulas. You guys always, whenever you find good things. Okay, here we go.
So Vickie, the
Mhm.
multi-use color pigment is normally $20. It's on sale for $14. It comes in 4 colors: peach, tiger lily, rosewood, and crimson.
Okay, so I was using the rosebud, but I would go with if you're going to do the lip stain one, Wileen, I would go with the lightest one. The lightest
peach
one.
color?
And then I would put that on and then put your lip stain on. It's just, No, you would put your lip stain on and then you'd put that to lighten it because it goes really well over the lip stain.
Vickie, the rose gold is a different product than the multi-pigment.
Oh,
Uh, So I don't think that was rose gold that you had on.
I said rosewood.
Rosewood, I misspoke.
Thank you.
Rosewood.
Okay,
okay. Now
Yeah,
this
thank
here, you
I-
got this. Okay, here we go. We're going off a color. Let's go because I've only got 15 minutes. Come on. Daryl, we were worried that we weren't going to take up all Daryl says, it's okay. We can just do a half an hour. She should have known me better. She does know me quite well. Anyways, here we go. Isn't that darling? Look at that. Isn't that just the cutest thing? You guys, these are so cheap on Amazon and you can put all kinds of fun samplers in there. Look, cute. Just cute, cute, cute for put your little sample things. And did you see on WhatsApp? Okay, we've got to show you this one too. Look at this one. Is that not just fabulous? Look at that. Look at that. Let me see. Look at how, and it comes in all kinds of beautiful.
Can't see it.
Here we go. Look, can you see?
There.
That's
Yeah.
pretty, yeah.
Love it. It's so well made. And they come in packages like this. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. So, there we go. Come in packages like this. Look at all the different colors. Oh my gosh. You give somebody a gift of Jaffa in one of these, they won't forget it. Okay. Now, and these are just, I'm not kidding you. These come, look at how many are in a bag. Look at how many. There are just tons of them. There's two. Yeah, that's enough. This is the 100. What do you think? I don't know. There's a lot. They were not much. But all I'm going to tell you is that when you go to give a sample of Jaffa, that's a really great way to give a sample of Jaffa. Okay.
So Vickie,
Yes.
I use the gold bags like this.
Yes. Those
And
are good too.
any time that I give anything that is royal jelly or a gold box or whatever, it goes in here.
Yeah.
In
And
every
those are
order.
bigger ones. Those are the big ones. These are little teeny for a little.
Big, I know, and they cost more, but they are worth it. And I've had people say, "Oh, I love it in the bag. What a nice presentation."
But you have to admit though,
Yeah, well, that's beautiful.
Helen, you have to admit, and not only that, you should feel this thing. It's heavy. It's so rich. It's really a gorgeous bag. So, okay, now let's go into, let me share my screen. And I wanted to go into, thank you, Wileen, so much for helping us with your video tonight. Let's go over here. I got to go into WhatsApp. Okay, so let me go into here and then let me go. Let's go move this. I hope you can see my screen. I don't know if you can or not, but I'm hoping you can. Here we go. There we go. Group information. Okay, now let's
I
go.
think it's still stuck on Wileen's,
I'm taking a
on Wileen's face. It's still stuck
Yeah.
on Wileen's face.
Still stuck on Wileen's.
You just, there you go.
I don't know why Zoom is being so mean tonight. Okay, so let's talk about it. There are, on WhatsApp, there's some perfume atomizers. Did you see them? I don't know if you saw it or not, but oh my gosh, I just went crazy over it. And I've ordered it, but I haven't got them to show you. But it's a little sample spray, and you can take the Jaffa perfumes and put them in it. It's right there on WhatsApp. Okay, I think it was posted by Rochelle.
Ashley,
Who did?
Ashley Bell.
Ashley Bell. She did it. But
30
anyway,
pieces of
so what do you
refillable
think, Tucky?
perfume.
Have you talked to Ashley about it? Is she on tonight? Because I think that is a key thing to selling fragrances, is to be able to have these little bottles. And I wish WhatsApp was not being, I can't even go into, I think Zoom is just not very happy with us going into other places because I can't do it. But anyways, on there's also a great, Rochelle did a really good handout on all the different eye treatments that we have. Did you see that? All the different eye treatments, fabulous handout. It's all right there for you to go through. Also, all little sample containers that are the shape of a diamond. Did you see that? It had the little round one, but they were in a diamond shape. Beautiful.
Where do you get those?
All on Amazon, and they're all
Okay.
there on my WhatsApp. Okay, so even though I can't show you, I'm just trying to tell you some of the great things that people are sharing with us. And Ashley shared they're little atomizers that you can spray and you can fill them up with our fragrances. So let's say, how many of you sitting there with 5, 6, 7, 8 bottles of different Jaffa fragrances? Well, let me tell you, what a nice gift to give people in a cute little bag like this. In there, a little atomizer for Easter or whatever. I don't know. Samples are the way. They just are. It's a great way to meet people. Nobody is going to be offended because you walk up to them and give them a gift. They're just not. And I think that one way that we can move fragrances is to give samples, because if that sample was something that they did enjoy, they could be a customer for life. Just falling in love with one of our fragrances, be a customer for life. So just a thought for all of you. And I was trying to think if there was anything else now that I can't get WhatsApp to cooperate. Don't know why WhatsApp just won't cooperate with us. We
Have it turn cold on us again.
It
But
did.
February and March, you never know what's going to happen. So till we meet again, bye-bye. Have a good one.
That was Wileen ending. So let's go over here and see.
That's kind of my signature. I always blow a kiss at the end of every video I do.
That is so cute. It is so great. All right. Well, we're going to stop the share since I can't get WhatsApp to work, but you can all go into WhatsApp and do your homework tonight. Okay. Go in to, and it's also on Jackie's also, but on mine, you can see all those things, the atomizer, you can see, and I'll go in there and put the bags and all that stuff so that you can see what we talked about tonight. So this has been really, really fun. I don't have anything from the Hive. I don't have anything on Jaffer's Hub tonight to share with you, but you know what? Next week, we're gonna have the brochure for March. And Bronwyn takes us through the whole brochure, so you don't wanna miss next Monday night, because I love the way she takes us through the whole book. And it just helps us to look at the pricing and look at everything. And now what we're going to do is we're going to have the drawing. Okay, so you all have to put in to the chat if you did a reel, okay, in the last 7 days. And if you were on last Monday night, sorry, you're disqualified. You had to be on the Hive last Monday night when we talked about reels, and you had to have done a reel, and you're on the call tonight. So if you'll just put your name in the chat, that would be great. Okay.
Well, I tried, Vickie, but my phone has been not working and my watch stopped working. So I have to take it into AT&T.
I am so sorry, and I'm so glad you tried. I can't give you any points for trying. So here we go.
That's fine. That's fine.
Tucky, who do we have? Can you look and see through the chat and tell me?
Yes, ma'am. So there was me,
Mhm.
and Maria did 2 reels.
Oh,
Daryl Lee did a reel.
yay. Okay.
Abaya did a short one.
Mhm.
Wileen did 3.
Mhm.
And I see one, I don't have my glasses on to see the name. It starts with the D. Said I did one and posted it on WhatsApp.
I think it's Debbie Yingling. Is that Debbie?
It could be. I have my contacts in, but not my glasses, so I can see a lot better with my contacts. But without my glasses,
Debbie
I can't
Yingling.
see the super
Okay.
tiny stuff.
Okay, you guys are going to have to trust me on this. Okay, so all of you that are participating, okay, I'm going to write down a number, and you're just going to have to trust me. I've got it right here. I've got a piece of paper, okay, and I'm going to write down a number, and then I'm going to turn it over, so I won't cheat. I promise you, I will not cheat. Between 1 and 50. Give me a number between 1 and 50. Write it in
13.
Write
I
it.
can't write it 'cause
All I need you to do is write your number in the chat, and then I'm going to tell you what it is. But everybody has to tell me when they've written their number so I can not tell you until you've written your number.
Can I tell you
Becky,
online?
take a
Can I
look
tell
and
you right now?
tell
I'm
me what,
driving, Vicki.
huh? Or you're driving. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know that, Chucky.
I'm
Daryl,
driving.
Daryl, can you tell me when everybody has put their number in?
Yeah,
We
well,
have
they,
2 people with the same number right now.
Can
Okay.
you put mine down,
No, Helen-
Vicki?
oh,
No.
yeah, Helen and, yeah.
I'm driving, so I can't put a number in.
Oh, but you said you didn't do a reel because you couldn't, your phone wasn't working.
Oh, no, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Okay, then if you
I
can't,
thought you want,
no, if you didn't do a reel.
never mind, never mind. I misunderstood you.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so here we go. 2 people have the number what?
2 people have the number 25, so one's got a,
Okay, so both of you, you know what? We're gonna give away 2 gift certificates tonight.
Come on.
all right, there you go,
What was the winning number?
25.
Wow, good job.
Yep, so who are my winners?
Abaya Crane and Helen Wells.
No, Helen, you're always winning.
No, don't do me. Do somebody else. Oh, please, please, please.
Okay. no.
I did it, but I didn't post it, okay?
Oh, okay, then, okay, she didn't post it. All right, who's the winner then?
Abaya Crane, she's on my team.
Ah,
We
Okay,
actually were up really
Becky,
late helping her
Becky.
do it.
Tucky, will you do me a favor and send me that name and address so I can mail that to her?
I will.
Okay, well, send her $15 gift certificate and congratulations. I'm so glad that you won. I'm glad a consultant won.
Yay.
And Tucky, I'm so glad you helped her do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to stay afterwards and visit. All of you sign up for my Facebook group. Here we go. I got to go in here. I'm so busy trying to do everything. Here we go. Let's go in there. I want to put in the chat, or if I can, the way to join my WhatsApp group, but I can't find down here on the bottom of my screen. Just a minute. Let me see if I can find it. It should be. Can't see. I've got mute all, but I don't have the thing for that. So anyways, I will put it in there for you, but I can't do it right now. So thank you for being on tonight. See you next week. Now remember, next week we have a very important Hive meeting, and that will be when we go through the March leaflet. And we'll have Bronwyn back. Thank you, Bronwyn, for coming back to me. And I hope you learned something tonight. Okay, so real thank you so much for, I'm going to have everybody put in their favorite idea, but I hope you learned something tonight. It's always fun to talk about color. Thank you, Eileen, for doing yours. I'm sure glad we got her to come up. So again, take a look when you get a chance to go into the WhatsApp and take a look at all the reels and all the things that are going on. Thank you for being with me tonight. And thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Tucky, for helping me out. And I will see you next week, same time, same place. And oh, we have a really fun group next week. We have, not next week, but next week we have Bronwyn and the brochure. Then we have Rochelle Varnes, who's a fabulous trainer. She's going to talk to us. She's part of our guest group. We have Jackie Elves. She's going to be on. And we also have Jackie P, and she's going to, so we got a lot of fun things coming up in the next month. So goodbye, Valentine's. Goodbye to February. It's going to be over in the next couple of days. So check out everything that's happening in Jaffra. Go out and make it happen. I've been doing live videos like crazy, and I brought back 5 people. So I know that these videos, they work. These little phone videos work. They really do. Messages to people. Don't send them an email. Send them a video message, because they love it. They're going to open it up. They're not going to email. They might get around to it. But when they see that you sent them a text video live with you talking to them, wow, it's powerful. Okay, now let me just make sure, I'm looking at my table here, just looking around to make sure there's not anything. Oh, one last thing. At Costco, they were giving out samples of these Built bars, they're protein bars, Built, Built. I bought some on Amazon too. They are so good. They're like a marshmallow candy bar. They're so good. Built, I'm giving them a plug, okay? A Built protein bar. They are really good. Real chocolate. Low in
How
sugar.
much protein does it have?
How much what? Protein 17?
Wow.
I don't know. Take a look
Vickie?
on Amazon. It's Built. All I can tell you is they're yummy, 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 yummy. They're my new protein bar. It's like,
Vickie, you're still
Vicki and I are still
recording.
recording.
oh,
You're still recording.
hold on. Bye, Facebook. Facebook, stop. See, you should have stayed. You could have got in on the Built candy bar. Hold on just a minute. Then we're going to go in here and we are going to stop the recording. Bye. See you next week.